My daughter decided to make this gourd look like a peacock. Well, I decided to use it as a prop for this video on Royal-Lac Aerosol. Hi, this is VJ from Shellac Finishes. Welcome again. In this video, I'm going to show you how to use Royal-Lac on that gourd art. Royal-Lac is now available in aerosol spray cans. Finishing is very easy, and Royal-Lac will speak for itself. Before I head off to the bench, a bit about safety. It's always a good idea to use Royal-Lac in an open area. Always wear a mask to avoid breathing the fumes. And lastly, read all the safety precaution instructions on the label. I'll see you at the bench. Royal-Lac is an alcohol-based finish. Hence, if used on alcohol-soluble paints, dyes, and inks, may cause runoffs. To avoid a runoff is very simple, and I'll show you how. A Sharpie marker has been used on my gourd art for these lines. Sharpie marker ink is alcohol soluble. So to avoid a runoff, I will start a process called misting. Let me show you how. After shaking the can well, I start to spray very thin and even coats on the workpiece from a distance. This allows me to cover the whole surface with a very fine mist of Royal-Lac. The intent is to build a very thin coating over the surface that dries quickly to eliminate runoffs. After drying for about an hour, I mist it again and make sure that the whole surface is well coated with Royal-Lac. I check again to make sure. It is important that a thorough inspection is done before I move to the next step. I'll let this rest for about 3 hours. With the process of misting completed and the workpiece resting for about 3 hours now, I'll move on to my next step, bodying. This is the step where Royal-Lac is built up on the workpiece coat after coat. This is how I do it. After shaking the can well, I spray even coats all over the surface. It is always a good idea to spray many thin coats. This will give me an even finish. A second coat is applied after the first has dried for about an hour. I think this third coat will do it as the finishing coat. I will let the piece rest overnight. Good morning. Our gourd art has been drying overnight. Here it is. It's beautiful. It just brings out the colors, and it has a very even finish all over the surface. I think it just looks beautiful. You can do it too. See you again.